Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and welcome to the Daily Game Review number 58. We are finally back after a long hiatus from various circumstances, but we are going again, and today we have Shodan 3Q versus Zmtsg 1Q. So I guess we can just call him Z. Z versus Shodan. A 1Q versus a 3Q in an even game. Shodan is black, which is proper since it's 3Q versus 1Q, but they played an even game, so I'm wondering if they're friends or something, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the game. We play a common opening, and this is pretty high level for what we normally review, because normally we review from 5Q to like 15Q, our most average ranks, but this is a little bit strong, and they're right under the Dawn section, so that means you should see some pretty high level stuff, but we're gonna try and figure out what is keeping them from getting to 1 Dawn, and we're gonna look at that today. All right, so he plays this variation. I guess if he studied it, it's okay, but I don't think I've ever seen or I've seen it played like this. This isn't normally what you would do. So normally you would play against a 2-space high. You would see this very, very often. This is a very common Joseki, and the old one is here, and the new one is here. And you can see this Hane, and let's see if I remember it. Dot, 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 something like this. And then there's a few variations. I used to know it. I knew it, but the thing is, guys, I really dislike this Joseki. So the 2-space high, I never play it because I really dislike it. And if my opponent plays it, I'll probably do something like a 2-space or something to simplify it because I really think this Joseki is too complicated. But I highly recommend you look it up if you need to. But anyway, this is the normal Joseki. This is what's normally played. If you want to play on this side, the problem is your group seems really, really weak, and this is not the same shape. It looks the same, but it's not. It's completely different. Because now if you try to cut or anything, this stone gets really damaged, and there's no way to take the corner, so it doesn't look like you have a good combination. But all right, so let's go ahead and look at the result. Maybe white knows what he's doing, but we're going to determine that from the result. So we're going to look at the result and see if we like white or black. Of course, black should exchange here and play this way, and then he can do this if he wants. And let's see, this looks like a reasonable result to try and judge. Maybe there's a few more exchanges. For example, maybe white wants to exchange here, and maybe black tanukis, or maybe white wants the tanuki, or maybe white wants to make some exchanges here, or maybe white wants to make some exchanges here. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna say I like black's position better because white's shape has an empty triangle. It's not completely alive until he gets something like this. The points are only like maybe 5 points in here. And he needs this, but it's Gote because black can just ignore it. Also, the M3 stones really damaged, and black's Q8 stones are pretty okay. So I'm going to say this result seems favorable for black. Here, black looked a little strange because maybe white can come up with an exchange here and then jump out like this. But in this case, black could easily come back and take the corner at any time. With something along these lines, I won't say this variation exactly. Normally you would read carefully. Maybe you can come up with this. Normally you would read and come up with a good variation. Actually, I like this one. I think this one's good. I like this one. But the idea here is black can get the corner, and then white's not alive, and black can chase white. Though white got some points here, black is getting a little influence over here and getting the corner. The corner is equal to this, but white has a weak group and black does not. So I think it's still slightly better for black, even if he played that way. But honestly, I think this Joseki choice in general is just, it looks bad for black. All right, but this result looks good for black, but black really needs to get R2. All right, we're going to continue looking at it. All right, so we play this way. Black got the cut, and white gets the surround. So let's check the Aji. If white nobis, black plays here, white pushes in. Black Atari, so the Aji's completely fine. If white goes here and black goes here and white goes here, it has 1, 2, 3 liberties. If black connects and white goes down, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So black would die. So white plays here, here, and then white pushes. Okay, so that is a problem. That is a problem. In other words, we need to find maybe a connection here. Hane, if we can, would be nice, or just take. I think just take's okay. So let's see what black does. Does black see it? Yeah, black just decides to take. Okay, now white has to deal with this cutting stone, which is annoying. Black might even choose to sacrifice the cutting stone. He doesn't. So black, you do also have this option. I would consider it. But not having R2 is really, really going to hurt you in this fight. I'm not sure where your profit's going to be. Sure, you can attack this way and cut it off, which is fine. But now white's getting like fourth line territory, and he can still play R2 at any time. So I feel like there's not really an attack here. And that is because you never get R2 in Sente, and white can easily live at any time. Is it time to run away with the stone? I don't think so, but I think I would probably play this way. It gives white a small Ponuki. Black kind of cancels that a little bit, but it still feels a little good for white. This result looks good for white, because if white gets R2, even if black gets a surround, white's alive, white get influence over here, and now white can just come in over here somewhere to reduce something like this. You can play an attachment. You could just invade in general, or you can play a shoulder hit, or you can just play a normal move like this. All are fine. But I think white got a better result in this corner if it plays like this. But of course, that's just if white plays R2. Of course, he's going to come out and play this, which is even better for white. And these two stones are severely damaged. So I think black doesn't have a good variation here. All right, and then you just fix, perfectly fine. Black runs. But now black has a weak group, and white can just live or split. So white chooses to come out and split. Black needs to be careful. White, you need to watch your cutting points. Can you double Hane? Maybe a double Hane is good enough. There is some questions to be had here, so there's a lot of reading, but normally you would want to take it, you would want to respond to this, at least this, because white's shape is good and black's is not. In addition, you may be able to come up with something over here. Let's see. Is there anything in here that I can see immediately? It looks like nothing at the moment. However, there's a lot of Aji in here. Maybe you can get some forcing moves at some point and do something like this. So the black doesn't look too good. However, your shape is more important right now because you cannot attack with poor shape. What you did in the game is play this way. What if black ignores and plays something like this and starts surrounding you? Even if you get these stones, black's influence is much more valuable than these 4 stones. So you need to attack the group as a whole. That's why I want to connect here, because I don't want black getting all these forcing moves and building a large influence. Here, I think it's good enough because you can still live at R2 at any time, and black's in a little bit of trouble. However, white, you need to be careful because if you don't live soon, then black's going to be getting a lot of profit on the outside. All right, so we play this way. Black does respond, which I think is a little bit slow, and white continues to play over here. Okay, so this is the first real mistake on white's side, and I think this is the first real mistake on black's side. No. There was mistakes made in this corner, but when I say mistake, I mean something that's really going to hurt you for a good chunk of the game. Now, if black played this way, white can simply play this. White made a bit of a mistake here, because black can play here. But this move, this is going to give black complete control of the game, because now black has no weaknesses, and black is surrounding white. In Sente, this is not nearly as valuable as getting the tiger's mouth in the center here, because the influence is much bigger here than it is here. This is already white's territory in white's corner, but the 3/3 is still open. This is just not that valuable. So white, remember, where's my weaknesses? Where's my opponent's weaknesses? And then where's the big move? You need to fix yourself first before you go play a big move, because this is not an attack because it hardly puts any pressure on black, and it's not a defense because it doesn't help your group. It looks like just a big move, and it's not even that big. So it's really, really small to play that move. So I'd play something over here. All right, so black Tanukis. Guys, you really got to work on getting to the urgent places faster, because a big move is not as valuable as these urgent places. This is much more valuable, and then when white runs, then you can start making points over here in Sente by attacking white. That's much, much more powerful than simply playing here, because now white may come up with something, maybe a double Hane to work with this stones to put more pressure on it, and since you can still live, maybe you can get away with it if your reading's careful. But the fact is, black is too weak to Tanuki right now, and so is white. So therefore, whoever gets this area first will have a slight advantage in this area. This is a little bit soft, especially since black has a ladder breaker. So this, I think, is a little soft. All right, so white plays here, and then here. Yeah, I don't see a better move. I think his Nobi was a little bit overplay, or a little bit of a mistake. So white plays here. This is fine. This is good to take advantage of black's liberties, and black's too weak to actually kill him, so it's fine. Nobi here is fine. Tari here. Don't force him like that. Just take, and then he has to fix, and then you can come back and attack this group as a whole, like so. Your group is alive in the corner because you have one eye here, and you can easily make a second eye here no matter what black does. Therefore, your group is completely alive after you get this Nobi here. Black, this... I'm not sure what you're doing here. You need to get on the outside of this fight. So, for example, something like this would be a little bit better to take advantage of white's bad shape. And then if white does something like that, you can double honey here. You need to get on the outside and surround white and help your group. But instead, white is actually surrounding you in the game. Therefore, this fight seems a bit good for white. But white made a little error here because that's not too important. Black, I wouldn't even worry about that. I would just go play and fix yourself. Because you already got the points, you already got some profit. I wouldn't worry about it too much. There is some Aji here, but the fact of the matter is your move left that Aji, and you were too weak to play that move in the first place, so you're going to have a little problem. But if you fix here, then you're just creating more weakness for yourself, and there's no need to do that. White's already alive. The two stones don't matter. All right, so now black's running here. The shape black is here. White is surrounding, so it's good. White's going to keep surrounding and getting a lot of profit. Here, looks like normally you would double Hane here, but can you do it? Because if this, then you can play this way. But maybe it's okay because now, where does white go? However, you have to check the cuts. The cuts look okay, though. So the cuts look okay. What about some stuff here? Just give it up. Actually, don't even have to take. Okay. It looks fine. So it looks like you can play this double Hane. Yeah, it looks okay. So good job. Good move there. All right, so black plays this way. Go ahead and no. I would leave it. Okay, you're good. This is all fine. So now your corner is really big. Really big. And you can still peep here and surround him. So white's clearly leading. The peep here's a Vita point. It's the Tiger's Mouth. The Tiger's Mouth is usually a Vita point, and it says Sente Peep. And then you can come up and play that for surround. And that would be a good way to play. Here, though, black can just make a Tiger's Mouth because it's still the Vita point. And white's at a loss a little bit of a loss on how to continue because white's kind of got weak shape too, so white needs to go and do something. Probably go and play a normal move like this while helping your weak group while also extending your influence. You already got a big corner, so I think it's good enough for white. All right, here that's bad shape. That's just overplay because this is a broken shape. It's just overplay. Just Hane here, and it's good enough. Black fixes, and then you can go play here. All right, so black, you push through, which is good. White's playing here. White's all over the place now, so it looks like white, you don't have an idea of what you're doing. I'm not sure what you're doing. Black just needs to remain defensive and strong, and white's kind of tearing himself apart. This is all fine. Normally you would play here. I think, though, black is worried about this stuff. Is it a legitimate worry? Well, let's see. If I play this way and that way and that way and then that way, and white connects, and then I go here. And then here, and then here. Life. So it looks like a legitimate worry. This means that maybe... Well, I think this has to do with his bad shape in the first place. Okay, Tiger's Mouth is okay. Then live, because you have to at least check, but it looks like we checked and didn't work out, so we played this way. This is all fine, though, because we had to fix the right side. This move looks like it's gonna be bad liberties. But I don't see a better move offhand immediately. You're in a lot of trouble, black. So just go out. You didn't play this move. You played this move. Oh, forcing moves first. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you're just gonna kill it. But what if I play this? and then this way, and then Atari here, and Atari here. Am I still gonna die? Because what if I find something? What if I find something? It's really dangerous. There's too much Aji here. There's no need. No need to play all this Aji. I would just get your forcing moves. Just get the forcing moves, and this territory is good enough, and then just run. Because white's weak, so white can't kill you. So I think this is good enough. Just run. This is dangerous. White did play this way in the game. Nobi is not the correct move. You want to play here and fight this Ko. You really got to fight this Ko. Otherwise, you just lost a lot of points for no reason. Yeah, because white descends its Sente, and then white kills you. So big mistake, and pretty much game over here for black, because white was getting too much, and white's corner is too big. So white's clearly ahead. So let's see, does black try anything else this game? It doesn't look like it, so it looks like white just wins. Let's look at the result, game info. White won by resignation. Anything else interesting in this game? Nope, not really. He did live in the corner, so let's look at this. So white, let's see how white played in this corner. Normally, if you have thickness on both sides, the 1 point jump's the way to kill. Because you can just take the base, and they extend, and then you just go out and fight. If this way doesn't work, then you could normally try this way. Same thing. And then pretty much you just take all the eyes. No, not that one. Reduce the eye space. Play this way. Normally you can kill this when you're super thick. Normally you can kill this when you're super thick. So I would read as much as you could. Read very carefully. Maybe you can even do this. Even this is really aggressive, but possible because there's no way out. Even if he plays this way, you just Nobi back. Nobi back. He doesn't have eyes and he can't escape. So no problems. Normally a 1 point jump's a good way to kill. You just have to read very carefully. This way is going to be dangerous. Okay, good. White played here, which is good. Not good. White got defensive. White has to be defensive, then it's not good. So can white play this way? Here, I extend here. Yeah, I don't see. I think you should just be super aggressive. Take the eyes. I think white can just extend here. So it looks like white made a mistake. Still here. You have to kill this. This is your territory. It should die. If you're worried about the cut, it's fine. Because with all this, there's nothing black can do. Nothing black can do. Black doesn't have the liberties to do anything. And he's surrounded. There's no way out. So white, you gotta read your Aji better. Gotta read your Aji better. And black, the way to live is this shape. This is the best one. This, white can play here for free. This is more points. All right, so that's the last interesting thing of this game. I think both players need more practice with fighting and shapes. I recommend for for black to get some teaching games with stronger players on a server and work on your fighting and your shapes in fighting and your connections and reading and taking profit and surviving. So you need to work on your attack and defense, black. Review pro games, see how they manage it, and try and get some teaching games online. White, you played well by attacking black, but you need to watch your Josekis and watch your shapes. Let's look at a bit from here. I think white had a pretty easy game after this corner worked out for him, but white, if black had played properly, it would have been much more difficult for you. Also, don't Tanuki the fight, guys. Both players, don't Tanuki the urgent moves. Don't play elsewhere when there's a big fight happening. If the fight's not finished, then don't play somewhere else. Keep playing and fixing your own weaknesses first, and then attack your opponent. Don't attack when you don't even have a strong group to attack with, because it'll backfire really fast. And don't Tanuki fights. That was pretty much the highlight of this game. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.